One of the original supermodels, Helena Christensen is also one of the most business savvy. With a hugely successful career spanning over 2 decades, Helena has worked with the best in the business. When she turned the tables on the industry and got behind the camera, nobody could have predicted that she would become equally well known for her hauntingly beautiful photographs. Join me for a chat about everything she's achieved so far and to hear about her latest very exciting projects. Hi Helena, how are you?
Good, thank you.
Very nice to see you here in London. So you have modelled and you've been a hugely successful photographer and now you're doing design as well. What advice would you give to somebody starting out in the industry at this point?
Well, I mean, I think it's hard to give a general advice, but I feel that for me, you know, I mean, I know it's a cliche, but it still kind of worked to just stay true to yourself and not let yourself be dictated, because in an industry like this, I feel, with anything that has to do with you as a person and physically, mentally, your personality is what's being celebrated. Your physical look, I mean, we were never dictated in any way. All the models that started at the same time that I did, I feel we're allowed to remain ourselves, stay true to ourselves, and no one ever told me to change anything about my looks or my personality, for that sake. And maybe that's what gave us, you know, the longevity in a business where everything is, you know, very fickle and where you have no guarantee of, you know, how long anyone's going to be interested in working with you, and I'd understand that, you know. But then if you have other layers to yourself, maybe, you know, in some way that works, and that really just works if you're allowed to stay yourself. And
well, I think
I feel that's
what must be your longevity, is because you have evolved and you've changed tack and you've changed direction, and probably for yourself as well, it's kept you more interested, you know. So you have this modelling side, you've been such a great photographer, you're now doing design, and now you have this company. I mean, does that keep you?
Well, yeah, I guess no one stopped me in the natural process of evolving as a human being and as a career woman, I guess, in the sense of I was open to everything and that it all happened naturally. I don't know, I mean, I guess I was just very fortunate to start in this business at a point where the girls were very unique in their visual looks and in their personalities, and they were allowed to remain so, you know. It might not be advice, but I feel that we were very fortunate to be in that position, and they're all still working, so maybe there's something about it, you know. It's not really about changing anything about yourself, because then what's the point?
And what inspires you with design? I mean, are you somebody that likes to draw, and are you, I mean, I feel like you're quite a creative person anyway.
Some days. Other days, you know, I kind of suck and feel empty. But yeah, I do actually. You mentioned drawing. I do like drawing. I would say I'm very inspired by painters. And I'm inspired by movies and definitely designers, but more so not someone specifically, but you know, when I look through a magazine, you just get a sense of the overall style in there, and I think subconsciously I get inspired by everything that's in there, and then once I'm done with the magazine, it's not like I'm going to go and do a specific look that was in there, but I'll pick a little bit from everything. It's more like a mix of you know, a good mix of whatever caught my eye or drew me from each design. I might not even know who it was who did a specific dress, but you know, you just walk away with that sort of the sense or the feeling or the atmosphere of the piece.
And I always get a little bit nervous if I have to wear underwear or a bikini or something like that on a shoot, and you clearly have a fabulous figure, How, do you keep in shape, or do you just keep in shape by running around and being busy all the time?
I definitely feel a little funny about doing it too, but you know, I think because we've been in this business for so long, and you get used to doing it, even though it's still a strange feeling. But if you think too much about that, then this is definitely not the job.
Exactly.
And since it's been about 20 years now, I'd say that I kind of got over that obstacle. I did not really start working out till maybe 5 years ago, and I just felt I needed more strength. And obviously, you know, it kind of works in the sense of I enjoy eating, and I enjoy feeling strong. And so if you work out, you know, there are those benefits to it, that you will gain strength, and you will be able to not worry about what you're eating, or how much rather, because, you know, I also am conscious about not filling my body with unhealthy food, even though a good mix of everything is always good.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, I feel like the kind of workout I do is not, I don't do anything routinely. I just feel that my body will tell me, okay, now it's time to go and do something, because you're slacking off a bit. I'm not a person who runs through exercises.
You're not super strict with yourself.
No, I mean, I felt like, you know, I wish I had that kind of epiphany where you're like, oh my god, this is wonderful, I'm going to do it all the time, but I'm just not that kind of person. I think most people feel that way, that you know, you feel happy and proud and really good. Yeah,
quite smug, I think.
And it does help for lingerie shoots.
Yes,
obviously.
Exactly. And now you're also setting up a new company called Unsigned, and tell me a little bit about that.
Well, basically, Unsigned is about finding new talents, and this could be in any area. New Faces, which is our first collaboration with Swarovski, where there will be scouts around England and Ireland finding interesting, new, unique faces that my part will be to photograph for their next campaign.
Right.
And because I love photography, because I love photography, obviously that feels natural that's my part in it, and I think that's probably gonna be how I'm gonna contribute to this company. It could be any person with any kind of talent that the company feels is special and would benefit from being nurtured. And it's also about doing it in a responsible way, you know, to really take care of these people, young people.
Is it mostly models you'll be looking for?
Well, it could be somebody, a musician. It could be somebody with acting abilities. I know that the Scouts are not limiting themselves to any particular talent, but are open towards anything that they feel has a foundation and a base for growth, and something that can evolve, something where you can sense that this person has the confidence and the talent.
So you have a model scout or a talent scout out and about on the streets for the next 6 weeks. If you happen to not be lucky enough to be in the vicinity of the scout, is there a way of getting in touch with Unsigned if somebody's watching this and they'd like to be scouted?
Yeah, they can send in their images to the website that we have up, unsignedmodelsearch.com, or there's also an iPhone app. So anyone can really go and participate, even if they're not near the Scouts.
Well, thank you so much, Helena. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
You're welcome.
And good luck with all your projects.
Thank you.